Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien and today's news bulletin: new marine research facility given green light, Richmond Mall tackles parking woes and a burning issue that's not going away this winter. A new purpose-built research facility in Atkinson Street is great news for Nelson, according to Nelson MP Nick Smith. The building is a joint investment between Plant and Food Research and Port Nelson. He said this investment helps lock in Nelson's status as a seafood capital of New Zealand, with the industry already contributing $300 million per year in GDP and 3,000 jobs to the regional economy. He said the future depends on an ongoing investment in science and technology to generate more value, maintain high food standards and ensure sustainability of the resource. The total investment of $7.5 million, including shared facilities, specialist fit-out and tenant fit-out, is to be built by Port Nelson but leased by Plant and Food for a term of 25 years to house the government research company's 38 science and support staff. We caught up with Danette Olsen of Plant and Food Research, who was at the proposed site.
Okay, tell us, Danette, what's happening here on the Nelson foreshore this morning?
So we've had Nick Smith, the local minister and MP for Nelson, hearing about our plans to develop a new site on this Port Nelson site. So Plant and Food is expanding its facilities for seafood research in Nelson, and today we're announcing a new build, a partnership between Port Nelson and Plant and Food Research.
That's great. And what sort of research do you do here?
So we undertake research that adds value to the seafood sector in New Zealand. We look at harvest technologies, so how we can catch fish that enhances the quality of the fish, that's sustainable and that will increase the value of that product for the New Zealand seafood industry. We're part of a program called the Precision Seafood Harvest, which is a technology that's directed at increasing the value of New Zealand seafood products. That's one of the research programs that we'll have here on our site. We also look at food safety and food quality of seafood products, and we have a program of research looking at high value marine products, so how we can extract high value products from the parts of the fish that you don't eat, and that supports the local nutraceutical industry as well as processors throughout New Zealand.
Okay, and what benefits will this bring to the region?
We're growing, we have a growth strategy, so we'll be recruiting more staff, so there'll be more scientists coming and living in the region. But I think the bigger benefit will be the work that we do that supports the seafood sector. So as the seafood sector grows and is able to deliver more benefits to New Zealand through increased exports and through increased employment of staff, that's really going to be the benefit to the region.
And exactly how many staff are employed here or will be in the future?
So the new building will enable 52 staff to be housed in the building. At the moment we've got 45 staff in Nelson, located between a facility here on site and also down at Wakefield Quay. So this will give us the opportunity to bring everybody onto one site and consolidate our activities in new, modern, fit-for-purpose facilities.
The new Plant and Food Research building is being considered as a potential home for the new Fisheries Museum and Marine Education Centre through a trust which Dr Smith helped to initiate last year. The region's young children have been missing out on such an educational facility since the arson of the Touch the Sea Aquarium in Mapua, coming up to 4 years ago, where popular marine biologist and educator Richard D. Hamill had set up a base for school visits. Hopefully this new building will help fill the huge gap that losing Touch the Sea has left for so many of the region's children and the Mapua community who is still grieving the loss of the aquarium. And while on the topic of Mapua Wharf, the small cafe known as Hamish's is another loss the Mapua community will have to bear after the doors close for the final time this coming Sunday. Adele Kauto, who started the business to offer young children a place to go for refreshments after visiting Touch the Sea, has got her final business day planned before shutting the doors for the last time. A bouncy castle will be set up and Adele will ensure that she has a great supply of ice cream and coffee for those final Sunday customers. A $6 million 10-year project dedicated to protecting and restoring Nelson's environment was officially launched at Suter Gallery Wednesday this week. Nelson City Council's Nelson Nature Program of Work invests $500,000 a year, increasing to $650,000 by year 5, plus inflation, in the region's biodiversity. Nelson Mayor Rachel Reese told guests, including members of the Nelson Biodiversity Forum, that Nelson Nature would be one of the most holistic, all-encompassing biodiversity projects carried out in New Zealand. Biodiversity Forum Chair Councillor Brian McGurk said Nelson Nature aligned closely with the forum's goal to create an ecologically rich and sustainable future for the region, and are hugely grateful for the forum's input into devising the 11 key projects that make up the Nelson Nature program. From protecting the rare native species on the Dun Mountain mineral belt to restoring our precious coastlines and estuaries, the work is region-wide. Activities will include increased pest and weed control, more riverside fencing and planting, encouraging landowners to retire and revegetate unproductive land, and planting native species to provide natural habitat for wildlife. There is a second meeting with council representatives on the Woodburner Review on July the 30th, 5:30 p.m. at Trafalgar Pavilion. The aim of the meeting and review is to find a fair and reasonable solution to keeping people warm in their homes while still meeting the national environmental standard. I spoke with Melissa Short, who gathered wide community support against the rules that make Nelson the strictest council by far throughout the country. Melissa, thanks very much for coming in. As everyone can see, you're a busy person. You've been on the Woodburners for a while now. Can you tell us a little bit about why you feel the rules need to be changed or relaxed?
Yeah, so I feel strongly that they need to be changed, the current rules, and it's fundamentally because they're not listening to what the community want. They're not responding to the needs of the community.
Right, and by they you're talking about?
The rules.
Yeah. And since you started and you raised the petition, and I know the petition got quite a number of signatures.
Yes, it did. It was about 800 or 900 signatures.
So so this is what kicked it off, the 800 or 900 signatures, and then you realised it wasn't just you.
Exactly that, yeah.
And so since then, has there been any more information that come out? Have there been any more reviews, or has anyone come out and given us more information that backs up your claims that the rules are not fair, basically?
Yeah, they're not fair, and I'd go further and say that they're actually causing probably more harm than good. The balance is tipped. The Commissioner for the Environment, the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment, Jan Wright, published her air quality report earlier this year in March. And the conclusions she drew, actually her final statement was along the lines of if by lowering emissions we are creating more cold and damp homes, then that is counterproductive.
Sure, and is there any information come out that we are creating more cold and damp homes, that we are creating more illness because of these harsh rules?
Absolutely. So our local district health board, the hospital admissions, the respiratory admissions show clearly that are tracking upwards. 25% increase over the period of time that our particulate matter 10 emissions have been declining. So there's a relationship. As our air quality improves, our hospital admissions actually are increasing, or our health is declining, public health is declining.
Yeah, it's a strong statement. I mean,
it's a big statement, but I think if you talk to someone who lives in a cold, damp house, they can give you anecdotal and backed up now evidence of how damaging that is to health.
And so, with these new reports, with this information, how do you feel that Council has responded to the community concerns up to now?
It was called the Woodburner Working Party, and it was set up. They're given a budget of $100,000 to review the rules as they are currently. That concluded, I felt disappointingly last year, in that the bulk of that money was spent really just on science, on data. So there was no real effort made to research or investigate new technology. And certainly disappointingly, the community were not included in that review. So now's our chance really to come along. There's this consultation, public consultation next Thursday at the Trafalgar Pavilion from 5:30 to 7 to share your views. It's the second public consultation, so if you didn't make the first or made the first but want to see the progress, want to see what council have done with the information we supply back, you need to come along on Thursday and keep it to the forefront.
The people of Nelson are encouraged to attend this meeting to voice their feelings on the issue to heat homes in an affordable and sustainable way. Earlier this week, we did a story on the Richmond Mall management decision to restrict parking times on its mall car parks. This was after finding that 40% of vehicles remain parked all day in the same spot. Chrissy Small caught up with Richmond Mall manager Belinda de Klerk to find out more.
Belinda, here we are at the mall car park. I believe you've got some news for people who use the car park a bit more than they perhaps should.
Overstaying the limits. Yes, so we have asked New Zealand Enforcement, Wilsons, to patrol our car park. We have increased the limit to 3 hours. Originally we said 2 hours, and I had a few calls from ladies saying spending a bit more time. So we've increased the limit to 3 hours. So if you overstay your 3 hours, then yes, you will get a ticket.
Right. What's the reaction from the retailers about this?
Most of the retailers are supportive because obviously we need customers to run a business. Yes.
Yeah.
Good, yep.
So it's all favourable?
We're still allocating some car parks for the retailers, not as many as what they're using at the moment though.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Now, look, it's a very confusing thing. We've got the two car parks joining. So we're kind of on the boundary right here from the Kmart warehouse.
Yep. Gibbons property, yep.
Yes.
So this is Upper Queen and then obviously Richmond Mall. And where the covered walkway for Kmart ends is where the Richmond Mall car park starts. But just remember that we do use it as a combined car park. We've a gentleman's agreement that we will share the car park and it's convenient for customers.
So I believe there's some plans in the pipeline for the car park over and above the time limit.
Yes, so with the Pack and Save extension, once it's completed, due mid-November, hopefully sooner, we are actually realigning our entire car park and upgrading the landscaping.
Right. Will this impact much with the shoppers who want to park here?
There will be a couple of weeks disruption, but there'll always be enough car parks available. Yep, we do it out of the school holiday periods and definitely want it done before Christmas.
Right. Okay, and so these culverts that we have as drains here, they'll be filled in, I believe?
Yep, the plan is to have proper drainage, fill this up, level it out, not a trip hazard anymore, so yep.
Yeah. Okay, and so it'll be easier for those trolleys to get over?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So we've got Pack and Save expanding and opening in November. Any other plans in the pipeline?
Yes, so we have Peter Pit at the moment setting up and they're due to open mid-August. And then we have Rodrigo Bakery next to Guyton's at the Fresh Choice entrance opening late August. We're also tidying up the loading bay outside Pack and Save. What else? I can't tell you, the others, they're not confirmed yet.
Well, it sounds like you've got a busy schedule ahead anyway.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so now if for those overstaying cars that come in here, and people may commute to Nelson, they may carpool, leave their cars here, thinking it's a safe alternative. It's not going to be so cheap for them anymore, is it?
No, so there will be enough notices. Every entrance will have a notice to make sure that customers are aware that the time limit's being enforced. And obviously with Gibbons coming on board, we'll have 5 notices, so all the entrances will be covered. There'll be an important notice explaining the process. If you do want to query your ticket or have a valid reason why you've overstayed, then you can take it up with them. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Belinda, the fine would be $65, I believe.
Yes, $65.
That's a good day's shopping, isn't it?
Yes, so 3 hours is more than enough, really. And if you do have a valid reason for staying longer than 3 hours, so do come and see us. But I think you can do your hair, lunch and a bit of shopping in 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh, look, Belinda, it's fantastic that things are happening here and it's going to all be improved for people, so that it's going to make it easier to get around.
Yes, I think there's quite a few customers, especially Thursdays, afternoons, Fridays and Saturdays. You drive around the car park, they can't find a park. So it is all about the shoppers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And will the traffic lanes be clearer marked?
Yes, so we'll definitely have enough arrow lines to show you left and right and hill signs and all of those, speed limits.
Okay, have there been many accidents in the car park
No,
today?
actually not. No, nothing.
That's
Nothing that I'm
amazing.
aware of.
It's been a bit like dodgem cars here some days, I've noticed, but obviously it's people are obviously taking a bit more care.
Yes, I think if you take your time and you pay attention, then you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're not liable for any damage, so be mindful of that. Yep.
Well, it's the same rules apply in the car park as they do on the road.
Yep. Yes.
A proposed health and safety bill currently before Parliament may see recreational walkers, bikers, hunters and trampers be denied access to privately owned farmland, as farmers could be held liable for any injuries. I asked people in Nelson their thoughts on this potential law change. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from The Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
.1 The Shed. Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and a lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
English language partners are taking enrolments for their volunteer training course starting the 1st of September to help new migrants and refugees learn English for about 1 hour a week. For more information, please go to the links provided. 70 years on from VJ Day 1945. On August the 15th, an informal commemoration is taking place at Rutherford Park, hosted by the Nelson RSA in conjunction with citizens of Nelson. Times are yet to be confirmed, or you can contact Nelson RSA for further details. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite. That's the master bedroom with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. And it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
We're the team at Jaycar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more. Jaycar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.